All right, everybody, this week, just to help out with the TIG lab, we're going to do TIG aluminum. In order to do this lab, you're going to need 2 of these squares. These are 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches. Just a couple of squares. Cut these on the flywheel shears. You'll need just 2 sheets for the entire day. Now, we're not going to use filler rod, so instead, we're going to use this machine right here. This is called the press brake. We're going to use specifically this lever right here. Pull this lever over, those 2 jaws come together, boom. It's important to note that when you're done with this machine, push the lever all the way back, like that. That way it stays. If you don't push it all the way back, it's gonna fall over. Very slowly, it'll work its way over. Eventually, as it comes all the way down, which it will on its own, it's gonna come to rest right here in the hallway. It's a bad height to have a post like that sticking out. You're going to injure somebody in a bad way. So make sure that when you're done with this tool, you always take this lever and push it all the way till it stops, all the way back. Now we only need a little bit of material, so we're just going to butt up against, and we've set this fence in here to stop it for us. We're going to butt our material right against that fence there. Bring this over. And all that's going to do is just push those 2 mandrels together for us. We're just pushing down this lever over here. Boom. When it stops, pick it up again. Return this lever all the way till it stops. What that does for it, just puts a little flange on our piece of metal there. We just need 1 flange. It's very important. A lot of students have been overlooking this, but it's very important. This has to be bolted up in the fixture. I'm going to put one side in, and then the other, just like so. Now you want these braces on top to come down flat. You don't want them to be too tight on one side or the other. You want them to come down flat. Make sure it lines up right in the center with your joint, just like so. Go ahead and put these bolts in. Just like that. Just like that. Spin these on down. There's no need to put a lot of torque on these bolts, so having the Allen wrench in the weak or the tall position like that is just fine. Just like so. Just like that. So a couple keys here. First off, make sure that this is brought down nice and flat on both sides. Looks like the same gap there. Second, make sure your 2 pieces are touching right in the middle. No dark gap. Remember, just 1 flange. When you go to weld on this now, lay it on the table, get it back far enough on the table, and then what you're going to do is just a real soft side-to-side motion. So lay the torch on its side, start the arc, come up, nice smooth little circles. That flange needs to melt down in front of you as you go. Just like that. Boom, boom, boom. When you're done, you're going to take this out. So let's do a weld real quick, actually. Grab a set of gloves, a good set of gloves for today. Any of the yellow sets should be pretty good. Don't get the white ones, they're too thin. Like these are the ones here, these are just too thin. But these yellow ones here, they're thick enough for you. They should be nice. Boom, boom. Okay, just like so. Got the gloves on, we're ready to roll. Light this machine up. Let's give it a quick weld here, just so we can see exactly what's going to happen. Oh, make sure the gas is on. It's generally my duty, but just to give you an idea, we always have the gas stored. Nina, how are you? Making my video. That little piece of junk Subaru or the Pantera?
Mine is a piece of junk Subaru.
Yeah, that's my Pantera.
Nice, okay. I was wondering if I could park right there because I'm not buying this.
That's right. All right, here we go. So if you look closely at that weld, there's a little peppering there, a little black. This electrode is just out a little too far for what we're doing. So I'm gonna move it back in just a little bit, just like that. Here we go. Just like so, not too complicated. Now we're done with this. I'm gonna take this out. And then finally what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it on over to our little hand shear over here and remove just the bead. Pull these bolts out. Usually coming out and go a little easier. Just like so. Slide this. I like to slide it into the back of the shear. Then we just want to cut just the bead off. You'll make 4 to 6 of these beads today. You take your same 2 sheets. Hold on to your bead so I can reference it. Take your same 2 sheets back over to the press brake. Again, butt up against that edge right there. Pull the lever over. Push the handle all the way back. Push this guy right in here. You'll need to probably remove 1 screw when you go in and out like this. Put it back in the fixture. Slide the other sheet over so it lines up. Boom, boom. Just snug these things down. They don't need to be tight. Barely putting any load on this at all. Boom, boom. Check your gaps. Make sure everything looks good. These gaps over here should be the same. These gaps over here should be roughly the same. Got the piece up against each other.